Living the 80/20th Way by Richard Koch is a practical guide that extends the concept of the 80/20th principle, also known as the Pareto Principle, into personal life and well-being. Koch argues that by focusing on the few things that yield the most benefits, individuals can lead happier, more fulfilled lives with less effort. The book explains how to apply this principle to various areas of life: work, relationships, money, and more, to achieve more by doing less. Overview of the 80/20th Principle. The 80/20th Principle, or Pareto Principle, is the idea that roughly 80% of outcomes come from 20% of inputs. For example, 80% of success in business may come from 20% of customers, or 80% of happiness may come from 20% of activities. Koch emphasizes that most people spread their time and energy across many activities, which leads to average results and high stress. The goal of living the 80/20th way is to identify and focus on the 20% of things that will bring the most reward. Core concepts of the 80/20th principle in life. Focus on the vital few. Ignore the trivial many. Koch argues that to maximize personal success and happiness, we should concentrate on the small, vital areas that produce the highest impact. By reducing attention on activities with minimal returns, individuals can increase their freedom, income, and happiness, simplify and enjoy life. A major theme in the book is simplicity. Koch suggests letting go of non-essential goals, possessions, or habits that drain energy and provide minimal happiness. This involves focusing on quality rather than quantity in work, relationships, and other areas. Use effort sparingly and wisely. Koch advocates for a lifestyle that is high in effectiveness but low in effort. By identifying key areas that yield high rewards, one can work smarter rather than harder. This approach helps individuals avoid burnout and create time for things that genuinely matter to them. Key strategies in living the 80/20th way. The 80/20 way at work. Not all tasks at work yield the same results. Identify the 20% of tasks that lead to the majority of success and focus on doing them exceptionally well. Instead of juggling multiple tasks, Koch advises focusing deeply on one or two high-impact activities. This also includes delegating lower-impact tasks. The book highlights the importance of creating work that adds substantial value rather than aiming to produce large quantities of output. The 80/20 way in relationships. Koch advises identifying the few relationships that contribute the most to happiness and fulfillment, and investing time and energy in nurturing them. Rather than aiming to have many acquaintances, Koch suggests cultivating fewer but deeper connections. The principle also involves reducing or eliminating time spent with people who drain energy or create negativity. The 80/20 way in money and wealth. Koch argues that financial success does not necessarily require continuous hard work or massive accumulation of wealth. Instead, it involves identifying key financial activities that bring the most returns, like high-return investments. By focusing on investing wisely and minimizing unnecessary expenses, individuals can achieve financial freedom without overworking. Koch stresses the importance of gratitude for what one already possesses and advises against getting caught in a cycle of endlessly acquiring more. The 80/20 way in personal growth. Focus on identifying personal strengths. Concentrate on the skills or traits that bring the most value and joy, rather than spreading oneself thin trying to improve everything. Cultivate hobbies and passions. Koch emphasizes that spending time on hobbies or activities that generate happiness brings more satisfaction than attempting to excel in every possible area. Balance time between growth and rest. He also stresses balancing growth activities with rest, allowing time for reflection and avoiding burnout. The 80/20 way in health and well-being. Focus on the basics. Koch recommends focusing on high-impact health activities like regular exercise, quality sleep, and balanced nutrition, rather than pursuing extreme health regimes. Simplify wellness goals. Setting realistic and essential health goals that bring noticeable results helps maintain motivation and consistency. Reduce stress. By focusing only on high-return activities and removing unnecessary commitments, individuals can reduce their overall stress levels. Putting the 80/20 principle into practice. Identify the 20% activities. The first step is to list all activities, then identify the 20% that yield the most results or satisfaction. This could be tasks that bring financial returns, personal happiness, or career success. Eliminate or delegate the other 80%. Koch advises eliminating tasks that don't add significant value or delegating them if possible. This frees up time and energy for the most impactful tasks. Set boundaries for your 20%. Protecting time and focus for high-impact activities requires setting boundaries, both personally and professionally. This could mean setting specific work hours, limiting social distractions, or committing to specific routines. Prioritize happiness over accomplishment. Koch suggests that true success is not in achieving more but in being more satisfied. Focusing on activities and people that bring the greatest happiness is often the best application of the 80-20 principle. Reevaluate regularly. Life priorities can change, so Koch advises reviewing one's 20% activities regularly. This allows individuals to adapt the principle to evolving goals and circumstances. Key takeaways. Less is more. Success, happiness, and productivity do not necessarily require more effort or resources. By focusing on the most important areas, it's possible to achieve more with less. Happiness lies in simplicity. Rather than spreading efforts thin, focus on a few essential goals and relationships to lead a happier, less stressful life. Focus on what you control. The book emphasizes working on areas that are within one's influence and detaching from external pressures. Work smart, not hard. The 80-20 principle allows individuals to achieve their goals without needing to overexert themselves or sacrifice well-being.